Welcome to Addicted to Real Estate TV. Today's episode is called A Formal Education Will Make You a Living, but Self-Education Will Make You a Fortune. Stick around, I got some great ideas to share with you.
To say you gotta know somebody, or know somebody to get somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah, you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright.
Hi, I'm Phil Falcone, your host of Addicted to Real Estate TV. Today's episode was sponsored by Realty Mark 100, where agents, real estate agents, can receive 100% commission. If you want to learn more about it, check them out at the website below or give them a call at the phone number below. All right, so today's episode, we're going to talk about how formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. It's an incredibly important topic. What did we learn in school? We learned about trigonometry and about the War of 1812, okay? But nobody taught us about financial freedom. Right? Nobody taught us how to be a leader in the business world. We very rarely ever covered topics on business leaders. It was almost as if the curriculum was set up to be against capitalism. And considering who's teaching most of our children today, that makes a lot of sense to me that that's exactly the agenda that they have. But what I'm talking about today is I want to give you some ideas of how you can proactively manage your life, how you can become a multimillionaire and be in control of your own destiny, all right? What do they teach you in college? Or basically, it's to get a job, okay? You know what the acronym for a job is, right? Just over broke, okay? I don't care how much money you make from your career. The government's going to take about 40% of it, if you're making over six figures. All right? Tax the rich, right? Isn't that the policy today? Well, if you want to be partners with the government and give them 40% of everything you make, then by all means, go get yourself a nice job. That'll do it for you, okay? And then, how'd you like to be, essentially what you're doing is you're trading your time for money. I don't trade my time for money. And if my intellect can figure out a way to make $25,000 with roughly one day's work, which happens in the real estate business all the time, then I got paid $25,000 for a day. That's the kind of trading my time I want to do for money. Big, big difference, okay? Proactively managing your life, being in control of your own destiny from every aspect. It's a key thing. It won't only help you with your money. It'll help you with your relationships. It'll help you with your parenting skills and everything else. Because being in control of your own life, you get to decide where you're going to be and what you're going to do on every particular day, and it makes you become the manager, okay? No one else gets to tell you what to do, and that's critical for me. So how do you take control of your life, okay? You've got to have a plan. You've got to have a good plan. You've got to be an entrepreneur. And the real estate business has never been a better time to get in the real estate investing business than it is right now, okay? So how do you do it? I'll tell you what my plan is, all right? And I put a ton of thought into this thing. So if you want to figure out your own plan, be my guest. If you want to borrow mine, which I recommend you do, because I think I've already figured it all out. Here's the easiest way you're going to become a multimillionaire in the next 10 years, all right? Probably before then. You got to learn how to buy houses. And you got to learn how to buy them the specific way that I teach people how to do it, all right? Which is to buy houses with none of your own money, without the support of banks. That's right, I'm not going to banks to borrow money, okay? I'm going to get to keep the properties. I want to at least hold the option to keep the properties, okay? And I'm going to keep most of them, all right? Meaning that I don't buy a house, okay, with the idea of wholesaling it, where I have to turn around and wholesale the contract to somebody else. Now, I don't buy a house with the intention of flipping it, so I have to sell it again. Why don't I do that? Because I create a taxable entity now. All the money I made is now taxable. I'm just like having a job. And in addition to that, I've lost the asset. I'm not building wealth, I'm just making money, okay? And the fourth part about my plan is you're going to get paid to buy them. So let's go over that real quick again, all right? I'm buying houses with none of my own money. Without the support of banks, I get to keep the properties and I get paid to buy them. Now, I do that all the time, and I teach people how to do that. So if you want to learn how to do that, I'm your man, okay? That's the plan. When I tell you I've got it all figured out, that's how you do it. Now just ask yourself a question. If I could actually do what this guy Phil is saying on his TV show. If I could buy houses with none of my own money, without the support of banks, get to keep the properties and get paid to buy them, how many properties would I buy? Tick-tock, tick-tock. Let me tell you the answer to that question. All of them! You'd buy them all! I'm buying as much stuff as I can get my hands on, as long as it makes sense, as long as it's a premier property, something I'm going to be proud of owning, and it's going to cash flow. It's going to take care of itself. It's going to generate enough money that I'm going to be able to use that money to take care of whatever issues, send somebody to go fix something, or take care of whatever issues come up, okay? So that is the plan. Now just imagine if I'm sitting on a portfolio of, say, $50 million worth of real estate. And in 5 years, things stay flat, and then in the 6th year, real estate market pops 10%. And I'm sitting on $50 million worth of real estate. I just made $5 million, okay? Silly money. And that's just for 1 year. And I'm not even talking about any of the other advantages of real estate, okay? I'm just talking about one. That's pure upside potential in the real estate market that's coming in the future, okay? And I will be sitting on a massive portfolio, laughing my way to wherever I feel like going that day. Why? Because I'm proactively managing my own life. No one else is doing it for me, right? For me, a formal education is setting you up to get a job, okay? I don't want a job. I don't want to have somebody else managing my life, all right? Especially some of these liberal professors that are set up in these colleges. Colleges, look, I'm not going to knock college. I mean, it's worked out great for millions of people, I'm sure, okay? And I went to college myself. But it costs a fortune, all right? You got people trying to brainwash you with these liberal professors, which I don't trust for a minute. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be in control of my own life, in control of my destiny, all right? And the real estate investing business is an amazing business to be in. And you do not have to be a genius. You have to have an average level or a slightly above average level of intelligence. You need to do self-education. You need to go out, find a guru that you trust. That when you go see that person speak, you say to yourself, I like this guy, I believe in this guy, and I believe I can do what he's saying he can do, all right? Now, some of these gurus out there, they charge you $25,000 for some training program. People, nobody needs to take that much money from you, all right, in order to teach you this business, okay? My most expensive product is $19.95. That's $1,995. That's it, my most expensive product. And I've got a ton of free products out there, or almost free products, like my book, Addicted to Real Estate, Why I Can't Stop and Why You Should Start. It costs $20. You can invest $20 in your career, can't you? You also have this free TV show, Addicted to Real Estate TV. If this is the first time you're watching this episode, put your name and email address in on my website, addictedtorealestate.com, so I can send you these free TV shows, okay? And you can learn all kinds of things. I also have free meetings. Well, the meetings cost $20, but you get a full dinner with them, so they're essentially free. Okay, I have meetings all over the Philadelphia area. I got webinars coming. I've got masterminds. I've got coaching calls you can sign up for. So many different ways that you can learn about what I'm doing and what my partners are doing. I team up with the most intelligent real estate investors in the Philadelphia area. And you'll find that if you start watching this show, I feature other gurus, local gurus to the Philadelphia area on my show from time to time. And there's a tremendous amount of information out there for free, okay? Remember, people, a formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. Let's get busy buying, people. I'm Phil Falcone. Thanks for watching today's episode.